Remember the alleged certificate racketeering in Benin Republic, which came to the limelight earlier this year? The report led to the suspension of evaluation and accreditation of degree certificate from Nigeria, Togo, and Benin Republic by the federal government, pending the outcome of an investigation from a committee set up by the federal government to unravel the veracity of the case. But how far has the federal government gone on the matter, particularly the 12-member investigative panel set up to probe universities selling fake educational credentials to Nigerians? A leaked circular dated 12th of February 2024, sent from the Office of the Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research, Benin Republic, to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Abuja, has now been published. The document revealed that the government of Benin Republic had majorly passed a vote of confidence on 38 listed universities, all of which they say conform with standard practice and are duly accredited. Let's talk a little about that on the show this evening. I'm joined by National Public Relations Officer of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Dr. Omoleye. Thank you so much for joining us on the program this evening. What has been the impact from the feelers you're getting from students outside the country? What has been the major impact of the suspension on their education?
Thank you so much for having me, Nifemi. It's my pleasure to be here. To start with, Nigerians and especially the students of Nigeria who actually graduated from institutions in the affected, blacklisted institutions within the Benin Republic, Togo, and Niger are not actually living well because the present situation today, especially those that have graduated, as it is today, they are unable to go for NYSC service, which is National Youth Service Corps, which is expected of every student that has graduated from either polytechnic or university, whether within or outside the country. They have been deprived because of that particular directive from the Federal Ministry of Education. Also, those that are still in school today, as I speak to you, their future is still very unclear. They don't know what the future holds for them. And those that are even done with the NYC, it is very clear too that any meaningful organization, either private or public, can actually engage them due to this directive. So the future is quite unclear for them. Looking up to the sky to see what tomorrow will actually bring to them. And going by the committee set up by the Federal Ministry of Education, alongside that of which comprises Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs, National Youth Service Corps, and the Department of State Security. We are here to hear from this particular committee set up to investigate and to also report back to the leadership of the ministry for them to take the way forward. The committee is here to send back their reports, and the future of these young people, like I said, is still very unclear at this very present moment.
That committee had 2 months, and that 2 months expired a few days ago. There's now a leaked document from the Office of the Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research in Benin, which contains a list of accredited students who, according to them, have been accredited by the government. Why do you think government has been silent on this, and what are the students asking for?
Just like I mentioned, there is a committee which has been set up by the Federal Ministry of Education to investigate to report back to the ministry. What the Benin Republic government has done through the Ministry of Education and Scientific Research is to just make the whole thing very clear and to also, build on the established, international relationship that exists between Nigeria and Benin Republic, which you and I know that a lot of investment has actually gone into the education sector in that particular country. While Nigeria is trying to put its house in order to make sure that whoever is coming in with certificate from external, from outside the country must actually have passed through the due process of acquiring those certificates. But also, the Benin Republic government has actually done the right thing, which will in turn help the committee set up by the Minister of Education in their investigation, by going to Benin Republic to also affirm that instead of coming to our country to come and do this investigation, we as a body, as a country, have the responsibility to tell you the exact situation of these institutions in our country. And going by that list in public, it's about 38 institutions, which 4 of the 38 are public institutions, while 34 are also private. So to me, I strongly believe that the committee might not, the ministry might not have make any statement on that, because it will amount to a level whereby you've given a responsibility to a particular committee to carry out a responsibility. Yes, what the Benin Republic has done is just to, put the record straight and to also, send the signal.
All right. We have reached out to the Honorable Minister of Education, and we're hoping to be able to hear from him in the coming days. National Public Relations Officer, National Youth Council of Nigeria, Dr. Omolaye, thank you so much for talking to us.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you, Nifemi.